If there were a definitive world cuisine map, it would certainly have no clear boundaries. Versus Chinese restaurants buzz with diners from around the world, sharing stories in their native tongues. Rice and salt whisper tales of the past, while noodles and soups evoke emotions. These faraway eateries offer a taste of home, serving as lively culinary hubs. They invite us to ponder, where do we come from?
I decided to set up a stall at a French market. Picture this, a one-of-a-kind promo for our noodles across France. I got my mother-in-law a food truck, but almost ended up with a job myself.
Here's a story of culinary adventure. This food truck cruising through the streets of Paris has gathered quite a following on social media. Open the window, and it transforms into a noodle stall.
Got a good spot.
Looks good.
Guo and his mother-in-law, Sun, have taken the French foodies by storm with their knife-cut noodles.
The noodles are almost ready.
Noodles.
No, no, no.
Have you eaten?
Those are uncooked. I need to cook them. Come on, I need to cook them before you can eat.
No problem.
No problem? You can eat them raw?
2 years ago, began selling noodles by chance and unexpectedly became a hit. Now, in the heart of Paris, their food truck is the sole invited Chinese vendor at this international food fair.
See, you've got it. I'm the kind of viral hit that requires a reservation.
4 years ago, Guo's mother-in-law, a lifelong chef, moved to France to join her family. That's how the adventure began.
Authentic Shanxi knife-cut noodles. Our business suddenly took off. Today's our debut. Chinese Kung Fu. We've got a Chinese-style backdrop. With a food truck, Sun won't need to worry about the weather. After 4 months of hard work, the truck is finally out on the streets.
Little Gogo in Paris.
I'm his mother-in-law.
Is it tasty?
Yes.
Come to Paris for authentic Shanxi Datong knife-cut noodles.
The mobile stall gained popularity, prompting Guo to open a Chinese restaurant in Paris. The restaurant kept the truck's iconic colors and style. With the help of social media, diners kept flowing in.
Opening a restaurant means you've officially entered the food industry. The impression you make when customers first walk in shapes their perception.
But Sun, the savvy chef, quickly realized why customers kept coming back after the initial curiosity.
Opportunities favor the prepared. If you're not ready, you can't seize them, right?
Paris lies in the Seine River region, a major European wheat-producing area. Chinese handmade noodles are quite popular here.
Like Lamian noodles, which require a certain level of skill, people here don't just appreciate them, they respect them.
Amongst fierce competition, what is the secret to this duo's success? They carefully chose T45 flour for their noodles, which is usually meant for pastries. Though less elastic than Chinese high-gluten flour, it's finely textured. After kneading and proofing, under the guidance of Chinese Kung Fu, it masters the art of resilience. Hailing from Datong, Shanxi, one of the birthplaces of knife-cut noodles, Sun spent decades making noodles in a local railway canteen, serving up to 400 bowls of noodles at a time. The curved blade creates noodle leaves as graceful as willow fronds, cradling aromatic topping within its delicate cuts. Infused with a lifetime of skill, these noodles bring a taste of home to the streets of Paris. Their fourth branch is just beside the iconic Galeries Lafayette. Knife-cut noodles face many challenges in this trendy area.
Enjoy your meal, thanks, come back soon, bye-bye. Take care.
Will the stylish professionals here embrace these rich, savory flavors?
Fellow Chinese restaurateurs often say, "You can't be too rigid, especially around here." Folks usually go for low-fat lunches. What if they won't buy into a greasy, hearty bowl of noodles?
How could I possibly change? You want me to make it French style, changing salty to sweet? That's absurd, isn't it?
Three parts noodles, 7 parts topping. The minced pork reigns as the favorite.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
I've ordered 5 racks of pork.
Looks good.
Yes.
Very fresh. Thank you.
Goodbye. Try our noodles next time.
Local French pork has a stronger odor, so the duo opted for pricier Belgian pork. They generously add treasured Shanxi aged vinegar to recreate the rich taste of home.
Vinegar masks odors and enhances aroma. Rest your thumb here. You'll know when you've got enough.
The aromatic topping owes its brilliance to intense sautéing oil. Aromas of cinnamon, star anise, and Sichuan peppercorns unfold in a blend of rapeseed oil and chicken fat. Dadong locals' beloved mama hua is Sun's secret weapon. Some liken it to rare French truffles. As it hits the hot oil, the aroma dances into the dish, adding a touch of magic. That completes Sun's mastery with impeccable flavor.
No dish can please everyone. If 2 out of 10 people love your food, you're doing well.
She taught us a lesson. We're not making something new. It's been around for centuries, so there's basically no room for improvement. If we maintain the quality of our signature dish and keep bringing customers back, that's a success.
Through Sun's Kung Fu noodles and Guo's savvy management, this Chinese family has found success on the bustling streets of a foreign land. Traditional craftsmanship, what began as a vibrant hit, has blossomed into a steadfast dedication. Meanwhile, across the ocean in San Francisco, Chinese restaurants have thrived for years. Yet the journey to adapt and grow remains a perpetual challenge for every new generation.
Back in the 1980s, I came from Shanghai to America, thinking of introducing my hometown's flavors. But for a whole week, no one was interested.
San Francisco's Chinatown stretches 1 kilometer, spanning 16 blocks with over 100,000 residents. It was once the gateway for the Chinese entering America. By the time Peter Fong arrived, Chinese cuisine had already undergone more than a century of complex history.
Deliver 2 to 3 boxes for me. Same price as before, okay? We've known each other so long. This place has been dominated by immigrants from Guangdong. Back then, when I arrived, about 90% of Chinatown's restaurants were Cantonese, serving their own community. So I had to tweak things a bit.
Some have already made adaptations, like Chinese American cuisine, which appeals to Western palates. It features quick Chinese-style stir-frying with rich, sweet, and sour sauces, becoming a popular fast food choice in the West.
To Americans, Chinese American cuisine captures their palate, showing progress. Yet I realized my heart remained unchanged, fixed on the flavors of Shanghai.
Not yielding to Chinese American cuisine meant Peter had to chart his own course.
Where are you from?
From everywhere.
Italy.
And Sudan.
Sudan. Okay. Have you been here before?
First time. I'll have hot and sour soup with tofu.
Okay. Prepare some wontons. Let's wrap some wontons.
Got it.
Shanghai-style dry mixed wonton is Peter's signature dish. While almost universally adored in China, wontons initially faced cultural resistance here. Even the nearby Cantonese residents weren't fans. At first, Peter tried different Shanghai wonton flavors, but to no avail. Locals were skeptical of mystery fillings in Chinese food, particularly in soupy dishes. But I never gave up. I continued experimenting, beginning with green peas. The innovation started with the filling. American green peas, locals' favorite. Combined with zucchini brought new life into these foreign wontons. Peter mastered the timing. To balance the flavors and textures of different ingredients, letting the peas' sweetness and zucchini's crispness to shine in harmony. With a base of Yusheng eggplant for sweet and sour notes, this unique dry mixed wonton became the golden key to his culinary success abroad. Take a bite. So refreshing. That's our shared love, fresh and juicy food. Balancing between overseas tastes and hometown flavors has been a continuous effort for Peter. However, his daughter has no such concerns. Kathy Fong, born and raised in America, inherited her father's culinary talents. Trained in Western cuisine, she wanted to open a Western restaurant, but her father opposed it.
My dad barely eats Western food now.
Still, Peter supported Kathy in opening a family branch outside of Chinatown in the business district. If Chinatown's food scene resembles a museum of tradition, the Bay Area is a vibrant arena for global culinary contests. True to form, Kathy carried on her father's pioneering spirit, creating innovative dishes that surpassed originals. The squirrel flatfish was originally intended by her father as a take on a classic suzhou dish. Adapted with local fish and enhanced with tomato ketchup for a sweet and sour fruitiness to suit American tastes. It's similar to their sweet and sour pork. Not like Shanghai's sweet and sour rib sauce. It's surprising, but not quite there. Kathy, however, combined fresh curry leaves and spices for a rich curry sauce. For her, this journey is more about finding her way back to the Chinese savory umami taste.
I'm always trying to innovate.
Kathy is fine with her dishes being called new Chinese American cuisine, but her father disagrees. While I always show support, deep down, I worry that she might stray too far. A subtle rift has emerged between two generations of restaurateurs. Yet within Chinese families, love always finds a way to harmonize.
As a child, I never went to amusement parks. He'd take me to markets instead.
Time moves on, and today's Chinese cuisine is gradually leaving behind its adaptive stance, beginning to guide foreign palates. There's an elusive flavor that's considered the pinnacle of Chinese cuisine, umami.
How about using this for broth?
Umami.
Growing up, we didn't have this term. There's no exact English equivalent.
Locally sourced portobello mushrooms, known as the vegan steak, are usually seared at high heat in Western kitchens. Kathy prefers a low-temperature oil bath instead, drawing out the essence and sealing in the flavors. Peter, on the other hand, relies on a pot of rich stock to capture the soul of Chinese cuisine. Flower mushrooms and shiitakes tenderly revived overnight stretch and dance in the boiling water. With a final touch of broth and koik seeds, this dish is undeniably Chinese. This dish she came up with is quite impressive. A 30-minute simmer brings forth rich guanylate and glutamic acids, unlocking layers of umami.
Both Chinese and international diners love it.
Topped with perfectly cooked koik seeds, the father and daughter's vision of Chinese cuisine finds harmony here. For Kathy, this flavor combination feels like an umami party. But Peter insists it reminds him more of the familiar fragrant notes of Chinese tea. If Chinatown is the proving ground for Chinese cuisine, then this enchanting land nestled in the Andes is where Chinese flavors dance with exotic blooms. In Lima, the capital of Peru, Chinese restaurants outnumber local ones. Chifa, deriving from the Cantonese word for eat, can be seen throughout the city, showcasing not only the popularity of Chinese cuisine, but also its profound influence on Peruvian dining. Fried rice, chow mein, Joho chicken, and wontons have even been featured on Peruvian stamps, becoming local culinary icons. Peru is known as the birthplace of potatoes worldwide. How did this South American nation with a love for potatoes develop such a craving for Chinese flavors? Jose is a third-generation Cantonese immigrant. Over a century ago, Cantonese immigrants flocked to Peru. And now, 1 in 10 Peruvians is of Chinese descent. Jose's grandfather was a pioneer who introduced superior Chinese rice strains and improved the farming landscape. Jose inherited his grandfather's rice fields and farming wisdom.
You can plant about 1,000 meters a day, right?
Yes, 1,000 meters a day.
Pacasmayo, located in northwest Peru, despite being coastal, receives only about 20 millimeters of rain annually. Innovative Chinese settlers ingeniously used the fog from the Peru Current to create irrigation systems. This once barren land, called so remote even the gods abandoned it by Cantonese immigrants, has transformed through generations of effort into Peru's largest rice-producing region. Luis hails from a rice farming village in northwest Peru, but has lived in Lima for over a decade.
Luis.
He learned the art of stir-frying from Cantonese chefs, which elevated him to head chef. Although this chifa is spearheaded by a Peruvian, it captures the essence of Chinese stir-frying brilliantly. During peak dining times, dozens of plates of fried rice dance in the flames. Every move Luis makes embodies the precision needed to unlock the secret of efficient Chinese cooking.
Stir-frying rice requires a standardized process. We pre-weigh each portion and set cooking times to ensure uniform quality.
Day-old rice is portioned in advance, and ingredients are precisely weighed, showcasing Luis's dedication to Chinese cuisine. Every stir, every ladle of oil is meticulously calculated. Chicken sizzles in hot oil for a minute, while eggs flip in the wok for 4 seconds. Passed down for millennia, the essence of Chinese stir-frying lies in the harmonious dance of heat and ingredients. Under this foreign chef's expert touch, each grain of rice luxuriates in sizzling oil, absorbs the flavors, and emerges in its full glory.
If it weren't for learning Chinese cooking techniques, I couldn't have made a living and supported my family in Lima. I am truly grateful.
Today, Peru stands as a unique rice-producing nation in South America. The complete integration, from ingredients to cooking methods, has transformed Chinese cuisine from an exotic visitor to a permanent resident. Chinese cuisine is about blending diverse flavors into a harmonious symphony. However, due to cultural differences, it's often seen as complex abroad. In the UK, many came to know Ching Hyung Wang through television. Since 2005, she has hosted multiple shows across various channels, focused on straightforward and quick Chinese cooking for absolute beginners.
Maybe in some way I help someone make the Chinese food experience easier.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the annual Farnham Food Festival, with roots tracing back to medieval times, features Chinese cuisine for the first time this year, with Huang as the guest.
we don't know who here watches a lot of cooking television shows. Everything.
Anyone? Has anyone seen my kitchen show?
Today, she's demonstrating Chinese beef chow mein.
I've got literally all the ingredients.
Have you robbed the supermarket?
I emptied the whole shop just for you guys.
The event attracts a large crowd. Huang carefully breaks down each step, aiming to teach everyone.
This is a classic stir-fry. It is something to do on weekend, even the midweek supper if you've got the time. We're gonna add in the beef. Let that sear on one side. Resist the temptation to move it. We're gonna add in some garlic or ginger.
Pairing British sirloin with Chinese alkaline noodles and enhancing with oyster sauce.
Very quick.
With its distinct taste, chow mein was once the most popular Chinese takeaway choice in the UK.
Do you think they're gonna invite me next year?
I don't think there's any doubt. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Local ingredients are actually quite simple, so the teaching must be simple as well. If you find it difficult the first time, you'll forget about it the next time.
The British have long embraced Chinese cuisine. In the 1950s, just a few dozen Chinese chefs served the nation. By the 1970s, that number had soared up to 500-fold. In the 1990s, when Huang moved to the UK with her parents, Chinese cuisine was widespread.
You can tell what interests UK diners just by looking at the window displays of these restaurants.
While certain Chinese dishes are popular, the complex flavors can make the cooking process seem a bit daunting for British home kitchens.
Come here. I brought some gifts for you. This wine with dried tangerine peel flavor can substitute Shaoxing wine. It still requires skill. Over the last 20 years, Mala has piqued much interest, as has Yuxiang. I'm learning from you, actually. Actually, people, they love these Chinese flavor combinations.
One of Huang's family-friendly recipes is a classic main course, which she's most confident about. You might find it familiar. The whole chicken is blanched, then simmered. A spoonful of local British peanut butter replaces sesame paste for a British twist on cold noodles. Sichuan red oil is the dish's soul, with added sweet, sour, and spicy layers, showing Huang's keen understanding of British palates. British plating combined with Chinese seasoning brings elegance and warmth to every dining table.
I just hope people love it and to share. That's what home cooking food is about.
With nearly 20 years of effort, Huang has brought Chinese flavors into many British homes.
Keep going. My gosh, I forgot to breathe. It's like making congee at home.
Simplification leads to a more efficient cultural fusion. Huang's Chinese cuisine might not be traditional, but it subtly conveys the message that no matter where you are, home remains an essential anchor in culinary memory. In Southeast Asia, a unique cuisine has emerged right from home kitchens. The rich aroma of tropical spices creates a distinctive flair.
Usually, we keep it within the family.
Though shrouded in mystery, its cooking and flavors always carry a hint of Chinese influence. This is Nyonya cuisine.
I learned from my grandmother, who used to cook at home.
Chinese cuisine has traveled far, weaving tales of nostalgia on foreign soil. Nyonya refers to the female descendants of ancient Chinese immigrants and Malay women. Having inherited their ancestors' tastes, how did they blend the adventurous spirit of Chinese cuisine into Southeast Asian dining? Amy, at 81, is a fourth-generation Nyonya.
I was born in Malacca, a Hokkien Nyonya. A little bit of black pepper. There, my bell pepper. Smile or Auntie will be upset. Goodbye.
Take care.
Thank you.
The soul of Nyonya cuisine lies in its sambal belacan, delivering subtle aromas. Bright chilies, rich garlic, and sweet shallots blend with time-honored spices, creating a unique flavor dance in the wok. Each Nyonya has an unwritten cookbook. As the oil sizzles, nostalgia bubbles to the surface.
Fry it slowly until the thing crispy. So at least we fry about 3 hours.
The oil bubbles, and after 3 hours, reaches perfection. The essence of the spices is gently drawn out by the oil, ready to meet the bounty from land and sea. Nyonya dishes before us may not be exactly like Chinese cuisine, yet they feel familiar. How much Chinese culinary wisdom and aesthetics do they truly carry?
They are actually part of the Chinese cuisine.
Paula, a Malaysian Chinese, grew up in the Nyonya cultural environment of Malacca. His restaurant emphasizes the Chinese elements in Nyonya dishes.
In Kaozhou cuisine, I've seen salted vegetable fish or chicken soup. The salted vegetable duck soup is a Nyonya variation of Kaozhou cuisine. Gold cups filled with tofu give the dish a distinctly Chinese feature. Nyonya cuisine is deeply rooted in Chinese culinary traditions. The taste memories from our ancestors have evolved and integrated into Nyonya culture. I aim to find a central character. That's the key.
On the global spice map, Southeast Asia stands out, with Indonesia being especially prominent. Paul's mission this time is to discover one of the most enigmatic spices in Nyonya cuisine, keluak. Originating from Indonesia, keluak is the fruit of the Pangium edule tree, resembling a clam.
They fall to the ground 3 to 5 months after ripening. You'll see. You have to check if the shell has any cracks. If it's cracked like this one and water seeps in, it can't be used. It becomes a spoiled fruit.
Keluak is initially toxic. Once ripe, the fruits drop from the tree and ferment underground for over 40 days, turning the white flesh to black. Even then, they remain poisonous, until processed by experienced locals using special methods.
The usual method is to blanch them for 4 to 6 hours, then bury them in volcanic ash for another 40 days. The fermentation process closely resembles that of Chinese dubanjiang, producing a rich wine-like sauce flavor. Gently rubbing it reveals an oily surface with a subtle sauce aroma, deliciously fragrant.
This hint of sauce and wine scents helped early Chinese immigrants recreate the flavor of Chinese vinegar. Keluak remains integral to Nyonya cuisine across generations. For Chef Malcolm Lee, the unique keluak tree in Singapore Botanic Gardens symbolizes more than just an ingredient. It's a witness to time, breathing new life into Nyonya food.
Before I pass away, if I could taste keluak once more, I'd be happy. That's how much I love it.
Singapore is a melting pot of Asian cuisines.
Singapore is like a collection. These different dishes define its cuisine.
In this immigrant nation, over 70% of the population is Chinese.
How Chinese culture and flavors evolved into what Nyonya cuisine is today. I've been seeking this knowledge.
Having run his restaurants for over a decade, Malcolm has captured the hearts of younger generations with his inventive Nyonya dishes and has received international culinary awards.
Nyonya food that's too traditional might not attract many people. Our Nyonya restaurants need to be cool enough.
Keluak is the standout feature of Malcolm's restaurants, with one even named after it.
My mother is Nyonya and so is my grandmother. I grew up eating their dishes. With those scents filling our home, it's a memory.
Today in the kitchen, Malcolm and his mother are recreating a famous Nyonya dish, braised chicken in keluak gravy. Traditionally, whole keluak fruits simmer in spicy sand bowl, where rich spices balance the slight bitterness of the shells. The vibrant celebratory broth is a highlight at Nyonya banquets. Breaking from tradition, Malcolm uses only the flesh, discarding the shells.
What is traditional? How do you find that balance?
He chose marbled Spanish Iberico pork neck, paired with a refined keluak paste for a richer flavor. Over an hour, the fusion of bean paste, soy sauce, and mushroom flavors melds beautifully with the pork's natural fats. These culinary memories embody Chinese wisdom, much like Nyonya culture itself, deeply rooted, flourishing, and evolving in diverse soils around the globe.
We really need to visit China, see different origins, to deepen our understanding of why our Nyonya cuisine has these dishes. Nyonya meals carry a warmth that echoes the spirit of Nyonya families, radiating a similar feeling. My grandfather came from China. Understanding our elements is essential.
As palates journey across lands and seas, taste buds hold on to memories. Generations of Chinese weave their lives abroad with threads of cuisine. The profound wisdom of Chinese cuisine, though unseen, binds us, connecting roots and branches, past and future, through intricate family ties. From a small corner to the vast world. In Paris, Michelin-starred chef Adeline blends the sophistication of French cuisine with the richness of Chinese flavors. Her Chinese wok reflects a deep appreciation for Eastern culinary arts. Here, two ancient culinary traditions meet.
This Sichuan-style eggplant is full of my travel memories from Sichuan and my love for Sichuan peppercorns.
Bouillabaisse, a renowned French dish, originates from Mediterranean fish stew.
A French pot takes a long time to bring the broth to a boil, whereas a Chinese wok does it in just 5 minutes. It's already bubbling. To me, this represents the blending of French and Chinese cultures, a mix, not a fusion.
This French-Chinese culinary synergy is witnessed at a dim sum shop, just steps away from the restaurant. Qihua maintains a Chinese lifestyle. 15 years ago, Adeline spent several years with Qihua in Hong Kong, traveling across China and witnessing the brilliance of Chinese cuisine. Qihua enjoys tea and pairs each dish with a type of Chinese tea, hence their restaurant's name, Yamcha.
The key is in the ingredients. Tea is used to highlight and complement the flavors.
While Western meals are typically paired with wine, substituting tea for wine brings a fresh spirit to the table.
Chinese culture offers a vast space, creating room for both distance and intimacy.
It's not only the dishes that reflect Chinese culture, but the entire culinary philosophy. At Yamcha, there's no set menu. Dishes are inspired daily by the fresh ingredients available from the market.
Let's get some vegetables.
Techniques are readily applied, with room for creativity. Today, with a large dinner reservation, the small kitchen is gearing up to produce a feast.
The first guests arrive by 7:30. You can set the glasses. Okay. The fourth course is foie gras.
Tonight's star dish is foie gras, which Adeline cleverly prepares using a bun steamer to give it a unique texture.
Initially, I used a traditional method, pan-searing. But one day, alone in the restaurant and short on time, I decided to just steam it instead. It turned out wonderfully, and I've used this method ever since.
In French cuisine, sauce is what brings a dish to life. Adeline's innovation is striking.
In Shanghai, I had crab roe xiaolongbao and warm yellow wine. It was so satisfying. You can't find anything like them in France, so I tried to create a similar sauce.
Chinese Huadiao wine replaces French yellow wine. Ginger brings an aromatic lift. The richness of cream and butter blends beautifully with the silkiness of cornstarch.
Now I'm thickening the sauce.
A final touch of soy sauce brings this Franco-Chinese Shaoxing wine white sauce to life. Pho. Are the black vinegar sauce. Adeline employs Chinese techniques.
I slowly simmer zhenjiang vinegar for a long time, 2 hours to be exact, adding cinnamon, spices, and Chinese rock sugar to achieve this result. I always drizzle a bit on foie gras. I love it.
The dual sauces paired with foie gras yield surprising flavors reminiscent of crab roe. As night falls, Paris exudes its natural romance. Diners at Adeline's restaurant are eagerly anticipating her creative dishes. Familiar ingredients with unfamiliar tastes, all inspired by Adeline's memories of the East. Before every meal, Adeline proudly shares her secret to delicious food. It comes from China.
This is the last dish, foie gras. It's pan-fried after being steamed, served with mushrooms and Shaoxing wine white sauce. There will be fish soup later.
The art of dining transcends taste, becoming a cultural exchange.
I'm lucky to have met Chi Hua, through whom I've learned much about Chinese cooking and gained immense inspiration. I crave Sichuan flavors, want something spicy with tofu, vegetables, mushrooms.
Did you order the rice noodles?
I did.
Adeline and Qihua's harmonious differences tell a story of profound connection across cultures. By combining East and West, they harmonize flavors, perpetuating Chinese culinary journeys. The beauty of blending flavors lies in diversity. On New Year's Eve, kitchens around the world are filled with the aromas of home, making a New Year's dinner the warmest reunion. Celebrating the first Spring Festival since its UNESCO recognition, these distant flames are distilling Chinese culinary wisdom into a fragrant worldwide sensation.
It's 5:30 a.m. We've just arrived.
Let's go together.
This is crazy.
So many things I love to eat here. I'll give it a go.
Open since 1928.
Today in Chongqing, I'm trying
3, please.
not spicy.
I'm training them to eat spicy food. Patience is needed to enjoy tofu.
Oh my god! It's really tasty. China's nightlife is fantastic.
A lot of different stuff to try.
Surprisingly, every day a new surprise in China.
I didn't expect it, really. There's food everywhere.
There are different seasonings, different ingredients. Everything is unique.
Why don't we have this back home?
China truly is an amazing country. Chinese people have their own ways of expressing blessings. Happy New Year!
On New Year's Eve, every family gathers. Tongyuan for Lantern Festival, symbolizing reunion.
My first ever dumplings made by myself. Chinese people say, eat well, drink well.
Welcome to China.